All human beings are born free and equal in
dignity and rights. They are endowed with reason and conscience
and should act towards one another in a spirit of brotherhood. Everyone has the right to life, liberty, and
security of person.
No one shall be subjected
to torture or cruel, inhuman, or degrading
treatment or punishment.
Today, 160,000 children will miss school every day out of the fear of being bullied. Today, 30% of kids living in the United States will be bullied. Today, every 7 minutes, a child will be bullied. Jamie Nabozny grew up in the small town of Ashland, Wisconsin. Due to his sexuality, Jamie was a target of extreme bullying, and as usual, it began with verbal abuse. However, this quickly escalated to physical violence. The constant harassment became so vicious that it got to the point where Jamie required abdominal surgery. The school had turned its back on Jamie, in no way assisting him in his struggle. Preceding this, along with numerous suicide attempts, 17-year-old Jamie ran away to Minneapolis. It was here that he realized how common of a situation he was in. Many young people endure bullying. It was at this point that Jamie fought back. With the help of Lambda Legal Defense and Education Fund, they were able to win a lawsuit that establishes the safe schooling of those who are gay, lesbian, bisexual, or transgendered. From then on, Jamie has dedicated his life to putting a stop to that which plagued him during his time in school, bullying. Speaking from school to school, Jamie hopes to not only help those who are faced with harassment, but to also reveal to people how heinous this act is and how often it occurs. Along with this, the Southern Poverty Law Center has produced a documentary entitled Bullied, in an effort to show people how real bullying is. Although he is a major contribution to the fight, Jamie is not the only one combating bullying in our schools. Harborfields also prides itself in having a staff that would stop at nothing to prevent bullying. Dr. Manning, principal of Harborfields High School, and Mrs. De Silva, leader of the Global Justice Club, are two adults that stand out in the fight against bullying.
So in my words, bullying is a situation where we have one person, I should say, who is being negatively impacted by the actions of another student. And that could be either in reality or in that student's perception. And it's something that we obviously want to try to minimize as much as possible. The best way to stop bullying when you see it is to say something when it's appropriate. If you feel safe enough to do so, you say something, and typically it stops right then and there. But if it doesn't, obviously the next best thing is to refer it to either a teacher, a counselor, or administrator in the building so that we can intervene and make sure that the bullying stops.
You know, being a world history teacher, I talk all the time about violation of human rights on a very global level, and I think bullying, to an extent, in the high school community world, is almost very similar to that violation of human rights. No person should ever feel threatened, feel put down in any way, and I really do think it's up to the adults to educate and to make sure that we know what's going on.
Something growing in our world of technology is cyberbullying. This is the use of the internet and related technologies to harm other people in a deliberate, repeated, and hostile manner. About 43% of kids have been bullied while online. 1 in 4 have had it happen more than once, and this issue continues to grow each day. In a society filled with enough bullying, cyberbullying becomes a supplement to the hurt put on victims. This is just as painful as traditional bullying, if not becoming worse. On the bright side, the government is beginning to acknowledge this problem, and in 2008, the California state legislature passed one of the first laws in the country to deal directly with cyberbullying. This allows school administrators the authority to discipline students for bullying others offline and online. Just as we stand against traditional bullying, we must stand against cyberbullying as well. Harborfields High School has established and held many clubs and events that support those kids in need of help. Just last year, Rachel's Challenge came to Harborfields to speak out about bullying and isolationism. Through this, Harborfield students have learned that we all have the ability to share kindness and compassion to assist those who are bullied. Also, Clubs such as the Gay Straight Alliance, Best Buddies, Athletes Helping Athletes, and Global Justice have all fought the cruel, degrading treatment victims of bullying have suffered. One club that stands out in particular is the Natural Helpers Club. Students chosen to be natural helpers attend a fall training retreat and work with professionals to learn what it takes to help out their peers in need. Jamie has taught us that bullying, both online and offline, has given people of all ages and genders long-term detrimental effects. Victims of bullying have resorted to depression, self-inflictment, or even suicide. Bullying is increasing, and we must all take a stand to put an end to it. Reduce the bullies, respect each other. Today, it begins with you.